Hello you lot, how's it going? I'm just having a little bit of a play around with these cars here, look. It's a nice Wednesday evening. I've just come out here to try and find something, and as always I get sidetracked, don't I? So I've determined you can't program the ESC. Well, you can program this ESC, but you need a lead and all that bollocks for the Wi-Fi and all that, or you need another different lead. I'm going to leave it as it is. It works fine. I've calibrated it to work properly with the transmitter and that. Now I've got full power and all of that, so I'm pretty happy with that. I just need to buy myself some lipos because I've only got 3. I've got 1 2S and 2 3S's, and this can only go up to 2S, this ESC. They do 4S capable ones, and the instructions goes for all of them, but this particular one is only 2S, so I need to get myself another 2S battery, at least one. But I've got this Mini T out, look. I repaired this about 2, maybe 3 years ago. This was brilliant. I bought this with my pocket money. I think it was about 100 quid back in, well, I was still in school, so we're talking about 2000. I left school in 2008, I think, so we're talking about 2006, somewhere around there, maybe even before then actually. I bought this with pocket money, and it subsequently died, and I remember I repaired it about 2 years ago. I put that ESC in it, Hobby Wing, that one there, 1625. All you electric people will know exactly what that's all about. Put that ESC in it, and I got 2 of these batteries. But the trouble is, the batteries now, they've been sat for 2 years. So I've charged this one up, then that one in there I'm going to take out now and give a charge. Hopefully they'll be alright, because they were brand spanking new batteries. I used them probably twice, and then it sat for 2 years. Well, it might even be just 1 year, but it was a long time anyway. So yeah, that's the years. I don't know why I put Deans on there. I might change them. I might just leave them as Deans, I don't know. I went through a phase of having Deans connectors on everything. Nowadays I prefer these. They are a lot easier. I used to sort of look down on these a little bit. Not look down on them, but sort of be like, nah, then I don't want them. I stuck with Deans, but yeah, I've just kind of gone off Deans recently, so I might change them over, or I might not, I don't know. But I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna give this battery a charge, and might take the Mini T indoors, make a few jumps in the living room, get the kids running around after it. But this thing was lovely, man. I loved this. Used to blast it round the road where my mum and dad live. The tyres have had it though. Trying to find tyres for these now is impossible. I've looked everywhere for tyres for these, and I can't find them anywhere. But they did do another Mini T, didn't they? The Mini T version 2 or whatever it was called. But the trouble is, they're expensive now. I see one on eBay and I thought, oh, I might bid on that, and it was at like £4. I thought, well, obviously it's going to go for more than £4. So I had a little look. I kept watching it, and it went up to 20 quid, and then it went to 30 quid, then 40, and I thought, ah, man, I think 50 is the maximum I'll ever pay for it. And then when I looked at it next, it was like £190, and it's for a Mini T, but the second version, it was blue. I've seen a few of them on there, there's been more than one, but they've all gone for over 100 quid, and there's no way anybody in the world would pay that, because it was only £100, it's brand spanking new, back in 2006 or 7 or somewhere around there. But anyway, so maybe one day I'll be able to get him a brother or a sister, a newer one, but maybe I'll get him a new motor, who knows. That's the original motor, that is. But yeah, I'm going to take that battery out now and give that a charge. Hopefully it's alright. I charged this one up about 2 days ago, so hopefully it did hold a charge and it's alright after sitting for a couple of years. And then I'll have a little blast around. Shall we read some comments? I haven't read any comments for a while. I actually had someone, the last time I read comments for you lot, I had someone say to me, they put in a comment saying, "You're reading comments that you've already replied to." Well, I thought to myself, I know that. That's the point. The point is, I read the comments to, acknowledge you lot. It's my way of acknowledging you lot, as well as replying to them. But also, I read the comments so that other people can see you. It's my way of shouting you out. You know what I mean? Whether I've read the comments or not, it's my way of shouting you lot out. It's what it is. But let's read some. We'll use this RS4 as a bit of a prop for the telephone. And here we have the comments. This is the newest. Hopefully we will be able to get a focus. The trouble is, I'm using a little dinky camera because me normal camera has broken, and now the battery doesn't really work. Anyway, so how come you don't do live streams? Keep up the good work, by Michael Montgomery. Well, I used to do live streams. I used to do a lot of live streams. But I just really, I'd sit there for 2 hours on a live stream. You know, the ones, the OG, as they call them, you know, the one that you lot that used to be around back in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, you would be around for the live streams. I haven't really got a lot to say in them anymore, but if I get anything interesting, I might do a live stream. You never know. And next one down, Bo Williams. Hopefully this is commenting. There's no good screen. Well, it is a good screen, but it's small on this camera, so I can't really see. He a HPI RS4, nice one. I'm looking for a nice RS4. I want to make it a rally car. Nice one, Bo. That'll be good. I'm gonna make this one into a bit of a drift car. I'm waiting upon the. I've ordered the spur gears, both of these. Managed to get them from Model Tune in the end. Good shop Model Tune over in Northern Ireland. Oops. Oh, well, there you go. That landed in an old pot of paint. Anyway, yeah, good shop over in Northern Ireland, and so I'm waiting for them to be delivered because no local shop had them. These are out of stock in every place. Active Scale Models didn't even have them on their website, so I couldn't get it from there anyway. Model Sport, Wheel Spin Models are all out of stock, so Model Tune were the only place that had them. So this is going to be a bit of a drift car, and then when I sell it, I'll sell it as a drift car. A nice E30 shell, lovely jubbly. Next one down, Lucas. Yes, Lucas. People use earplugs to put them in carbs to protect them from dust and dirt. Yeah, I replied to that one. I thought they were going to say to use it to put in the diffs, to lock the diffs up for drifting, but he didn't. He said about putting in the carbs. There was no earplug in this carb. That was just a used earplug with earwax on it. Most definitely an RS. This person here's got a bit of a problem. My brother, I need help. Got my S50 Thunder Tiger, put batteries in the receiver, but no power. Any idea how I can fix it? And I simply just said, well, if you put batteries in the receiver, for the receiver, but there's no power, there's obviously a problem somewhere. So I simply sent back to that person, if you put batteries in and you know the batteries are good, they're fully charged, you know they're good. The only thing is then you could have a loose wire, a dirty wire, a broken wire, dirty connection, or a broken wire, broken connector, and the batteries that you put in you thought were good might not be good, in which case you've got a bit of a problem. You get some better batteries. Or there could be the receiver's not any good. You need to try a different receiver in it. Do a little bit of troubleshooting, If you know you've definitely got good batteries in it, good. Check the wires and connectors. If they seem okay, then you need to try a different receiver. Either borrow one or buy one. Whatever you got to do, you need to try a different receiver in it and see if that's the problem. If it still doesn't work, well, it obviously is something to do with the connection between the battery and the receiver then, because there's not a lot to go wrong. Battery to receiver. That's all it is. So, it could be servos have had it, but if the receiver won't even turn on, and if you've not got any lights on the receiver, then it might be the servos that have had it, and the receiver's actually okay and powering up, but the servos aren't responding because they're not working, perhaps. Could be anything like that, but need to do a little bit of troubleshooting. Next one down. Nice vid, love the shell, lovely. That's on that BMW one. It's a nice car, Shelley's classic, in its own broken style. Yeah, James, we all like that. I like the look of they call it like a rat look, I suppose, but that's more rusty, like a rusted look. But I like the look of something that's broken, run down, worn out, stuff that's worn out and a bit dilapidated. I love all of that. Love the look of all that. And this shell just looks. It just looks like it's just had a really hard life, and I love that sort of look. So, all my real cars, and my actual real life cars in the past, have all been that sort of look. With the exception of a couple. I actually had a Mark 1, a Ford Mark 1 Ford Focus RS, the Mark 1 version, build number 4500, and bought that in 2011. Had it for about 8 years, more than that maybe. It was more than 8 actually. 10 10 or so. Sold it in 2020. Really wish I didn't, but that had a bit of a patinery look to it, because even though it was meant to be like a posh, polished car and all of that, I owned it. So obviously it wasn't. I sold it because the head gasket went and it started leaking into the oil, and I thought to myself, right, let's bail out of this. I'd spent more money on it doing upgrades and repairing it than I'd actually spent buying it in 2011. I lost a lot of money on that, but yeah, that was a really good car. All the Citroen Saxos that I've had, the 106s, you know, the Golfs, Mark IV Golfs, one of them had a 1.8 petrol engine in it to start with, and I put the person before me put a 1.9 diesel in it, and when I got it, I mapped it to 240 horsepower. That was a lovely car. Mark IV Golf with a 1.9 PD engine in it, lovely car, hybrid turbo, intercooler, the lot, loved it. That had a bit of patina, bumper was falling off, bits and bobs like that, you know, scratches and things, but I just love the look of something that's not quite perfect. It's had a hard life. Love it. So if you see your name, consider yourself, you know, shout it out. Chris McLeon. That was a great video. But I've noticed one talks about, what was it? Hey, what's that? I've seen this one. I might have seen it. That was a great video. But I have noticed that no one talks about the battery. Are the battery packs that go into nitro receivers, and bring that up the correct cables to get for them to hook them up to the charger. Are the must be an adapter or something that will you are the adept that you might need to get LOL. Just a idea. You don't have to bring up who thought of this, just thought it might be a good idea. So Mr. Chris McLean, slightly out of focus there, my apologies to you. Are you trying to say that you want me to talk about the battery packs that go in nitro cars and how you charge them up? Is that what you're saying? Right, in that case then I'll make a video on that. There we go. I don't know what that's all about. That one there, look. Hazri Azeri is just put coming with a blushing face and a thumbs up. Well, I don't know what to make of that, really. No idea. You do get some weirdos out there, that's for sure. Anyway, you lot. So if any of you lot are interested in this RS4 build, what I'm going to do, I've had a look. I'll talk about it in more detail in the actual video, but I've had a look. These aren't the real shocks. The actual shocks for this, the actual suspension's about 40 quid. I'll see what the deal is with it. I can't spend too much on it, because if I've already spent a certain amount. I'll tell you in the video for the actual rebuild video how much everything is costing, so you can get an idea for yourselves. But if I spend 40 quid on the suspension, I won't be able to make any profit on it. I'll be losing money, because I won't be able to sell it for, you know, more than what I've paid in total for it. So I'll have to see what the crack is with it. If I decide to keep it for any amount of time, I'll get the proper shocks and put them on there. But the idea of it is I'm going to be selling it. The idea is to make a bit of profit and keep going and buying more and more. So we'll have to see. I've got to be a bit vigilant with it. But it's a shame it hasn't got the proper shocks on it. But these ones work all right. Just ain't got no oil in them. Anyway, you lot, I'll catch you lot on the next one. Thanks for watching. I hope you was in some of them comments. If you weren't, keep commenting and you'll be in them. And you know, if you've got any videos, if you've got your own channel, put it in the comments that you've got your own channel, and I'll let everyone know, and then we'll all have a look at each other's channels and everyone can grow together. Ciao for now.